Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, today we have got Azorius Control, Strixhaven style for you. But before I get into today's deck, I just want to remind you we are giving a free box of Strixhaven away on May 8th. Check the description down below to find out the details on how you can enter. We are definitely giving the box away on May 8th to one of our subscribers, as long as you do what you have to do down in the description to get into the drawing. But if we hit 500 subscribers before that day, I'm going to actually be raffling off an additional prize, which I'm not telling anybody what it is yet. It is a secret, but help us build the community and let's get to 500 subs together, as well as join our Discord so we can all hang out, build decks together, and just have a general blast. So now let's get into this deck. This is, as I said, an Azorius Control deck. And one of the main win cons is going to be Dance the Mance. Now, why do I mention that when it's way over here? So that's because we're going to have two full stacks of enchantments to talk about first, and there's a good reason they're in the deck, and it's that card. So first off, we do have a companion, and it is Yorion. The deck's 80 cards. It's actually 81. If you know me and you've been watching the channel long enough, you know I don't believe in decks bigger than 60. If you're playing on Yorion, you don't have a choice, and if you're playing 80 cards, why not play 81? So what are we doing with this Azorius Control deck? How are we keeping our opponents at bay while we try to get to a position where we can win the game? Well, this is how. We have 3 copies of Glass Caskets for some early removal to get rid of them early white and red creatures running around trying to mess up your day, or if you come across adventures, getting rid of, you know, their Edgewall Innkeepers and all that fun stuff. We got some Banishing Lights. This gets rid of, you know, your Toskies. This gets rid of problematic Planeswalkers. This just gets rid of anything you really need it to. An amazing card. We have 3 Omens of the Sun. This we're using as a combat trick. I mean, we gain a little life, which never hurts. As a control player, we always need every single little life point we can because we're using it as a resource. Our life is going to go very low, so it's nice that it can go back up a little. So, but definitely use those Omens as combat tricks with those little 1/1s. Then we have 3 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death. It just gets rid of all the big problematic stuff. Plus, it throws your opponent off by 2 mana on the next turn. Then it lets you bring back a Planeswalker creature from your graveyard. Just a powerhouse. I mean, everybody knows this card, but once again, it goes really well. This whole row goes really well with Dance the Mance. And then we have next our draw or value section. So Birth of Meletis isn't really a draw card, but it is because it gets you an extra basic planes. So you are netting another card. 3 copies of that. We got the 4 copies of Omen of the Sea. Super strong card. 2 copies of Midnight Clock. Not only does it ramp you until you hit those 12 tokens, but once you do, then you draw a whole new grip of cards. Amazing. 3 copies of the Raven's Warning. This is a really important card in our deck, and you will see what's in our sideboard and why it's important in a second. Basically, I'll give you a little sneak peek. It has some cards that we want in the deck, such as Doomscar or Elspeth Conquers Death, in case we can't find them, or even a Dance the Mance, as well as, you know, some other big finishers in there. So, but we'll get over there in a second. Then we have 2 copies of Solemn Simulacrum. Not only is it mana ramp, but it is also a blocker, and it also draws you a card. Really good. Shark's Typhoon. This can be another closer late game. You throw this, you hard cast this, and you'll close out games like that. In fact, I do close out a game like that pretty much in the gameplay you will see. And if not early game, you're cycling it to make sure you get a small body, especially against a deck like Rogues or something like that, or mono red, mono white, throw them off. Put a blocker down. Hopefully you keep your blocker. If not, hopefully they at least lose their creature. You save some life. You put an enchantment into the graveyard for Dance to get back later. So then we have our Disruption section, which is 2 copies of Girardi, also playing double duty over here in the land zone. We have 2 copies of Negate, super strong right now in the meta. 1 Test of Talents. I love this card. If it was best of 3, I think I would have more copies in. So it's 1 blue, 1 colorless. Test of Talents is an instant counter target instant or sorcery spell. That's already good, but search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that spell and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. So keep in mind when you do play this card, though, if you do counter something and you look through their graveyard, their deck and their hand, when you go to the deck, don't just get rid of the top ones, because of the fact that don't just get rid of them and stop. I mean, look at their whole deck. Get a little knowledge of what could be coming at you later in the game. And then keep in mind you can counterspell a adventure creature with this, but they are creatures in the deck and in the hand, so you won't be able to actually exile any other copies. Now we have 2 copies of a red card in the deck, but I'm not even going to read it to you because we can't cast it and it's not what it's in the deck for. You never, ever, ever, ever cast that card in this deck. So we have 2 copies of Revel in Silence. It's 2 white for an instant. Your opponent can't cast spells or activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities this turn, then exile Revel in Silence. So you could do this things like put a stop upkeep on your opponent's turn, especially if you've already seen their hand somehow with the Raven's Warning, which is super powerful. You know, another reason why I really like that card. You get to see your opponent's hand and get, you know, some information. If you know it's in their hand and they're going to ultimatum during their upkeep, you cast Revel in Silence. They can't cast a sorcery during their upkeep. Or I had a few interesting interactions, like once say you're going against a rogue deck or something, and you know they've got those counter spells, and you want to cast something on your turn. You have 7 mana open, and you really need to throw, or say you have 8 mana open or 7, and you really want this Wandering Archaic down. First you Revel in Silence, and then if they counter it, you're probably good to go. And if they don't, once that's off the stack, you're good to go. And then we have 3 copies of Saw It Coming to round out this grouping of cards. Next, we have our creatures, things that we can get back with our Elspeth Conquers Death, or just, you know, draw and use when we get them. So first we have 1 Heliod Sun Crowned. Seems like an odd card in the deck, but you have Glass Casket, you have Banishing Light, you have Yorions. You have ways to actually fire this up and get this going. It does happen. Plus, you can give, you know, a 1/1 from Omen lifelink, or give Solemn lifelink, and just helps a little bit there. Now, Thassa, once again, is probably not going to come out as easy, even though I guess you still have your Omens, your Midnights, your Yorions, and the Shark Typhoon. So, I mean, it's definitely possible to fire up. But, hey, Thassa, once again, has another ability, which is pay a blue and 3 colorless, tap another target creature, and that will come in handy at times as well. So then we have, besides the 1 Yorion Companion, we have 1 in the main board because, I mean, this deck is just begging to be blinked, so why not? And then another new card, 2 copies of Explore the Vastlands and Wandering Archaic. Now, I want to say don't ever cast Explore the Vastlands. It's a complete trash card. That's what I want to say. But in the gameplay that you're going to see, I actually cast Explore the Vastlands against an Ultimatum deck where I've kept the land with 2 planes. I don't want to spoil it. You're going to have to watch the gameplay. But I actually cast Explore the Vastlands, let my opponent get all kinds of value. But we got the win. We got the W, and that was important. But mainly, this is in the deck because Wandering Archaic, which is a 5-drop from the new set. It's a 4/4 avatar. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2 colorless. If they don't, you may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. Drives people insane. They hate that card. It's a really fun creature to play with. You're gonna like it, and it just goes well in a deck like this anyways. So then we have our cards that are really good in the deck that are sorceries, or they're all sorceries, so they're not enchantments. And so we have 3 copies of Doomscar for obvious reasons. All those fast decks coming at you just to wipe them out real quick. Even rogues it works good against. We have 2 copies of Seagate Restoration to help us draw cards over here, or lands, so that's nice. And another finisher for the deck is our 2 copies of Dance the Manse. So plenty of powerful cards to get with Dance the Manse. Now, I told you that we had Raven's Warning, so we have a little sideboard action that we can go and grab during the game. So you already knew about that 1 companion, that Yorion, but we also have a Doomscar over here, so that if we need it, we have another way to grab it other than just trying to naturally draw it in this 81 card deck. We have another Elspeth Conquers Death, same reason. Shark's Typhoon, same reason. A Dance the Manse, once again. And then we have 2 cards that aren't in the main board at all that we can go grab. One is a Dream Trawler. If we need to gain a little life, or it's getting a little scary and our opponent has no chance at being able to kill this, then that's a great card to go get. And then, of course, Ugin. I mean, you gotta have an Ugin. So that is going to round out the deck. Other than lands, what do we have for lands for you? We have 9 plains, 9 islands, 4 of the blue-white pathway, 4 of the blue-white temple, 4 passages, and then you already know about those Girardis and Seagate Restoration. So before I get into that gameplay, though, if you like this deck or any other decks that we have come out with, or you just enjoy hanging out around the channel or in our Discord, please give the video a like. Please subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. You're supporting us, and it means a whole lot to us. Leave us a comment down below letting us know what you think. Plus, by leaving a comment down below, as long as you're also a subscriber, you will be eligible for 1 entry into winning that box. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into that gameplay. Hello, Tardius. Tardoideus. Hello, opponent. We go first. We have 2 lands. Birth, Banishing, Omen, Yorion, and Test of Talents. Well, we'll keep it. Turn 1 Temple gives us the Scry into a burst, giving us a guaranteed 3rd land drop. They're mono red or mono... Oh, we'll keep that land. Mono red or mono white. Then we've got, you know, some blockers in the Omen. There's a white land. Speaker of the Heavens. Let's go ahead and throw the planes and get this birth out there. And I bet you Luminarch Aspirant is the next card. Hushbringer. Hushbringer. Okay, let's throw another land. We have a blocker now. We could play the Omen as a surprise. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, let's hold up some cards. We have the test. I don't know if mono whites run anything too crazy nowadays. So there's the Alseed. Okay, let's make them waste the Alseed of Life's Bounty on the speaker. They're smart. They'll do it now so they get through. Or maybe they want the kill. Sacrifice that Alseed for me. Yep. I don't know. I think I would have saved the Alseed for something a little stronger, but hey, that's fine. That's good. Another Birth of Meletus. Gain some life. Let's throw this here. Planes. I have a Banishing Light to deal with anything else they do. I'm going to Midnight Clock into a... trying to think. I don't think they play any instants or sorceries, so I'm gonna get the guaranteed land drop, get another wall, and no tax, just pass it back. Coming in for 1. I had a feeling. Yep. Okay, another trigger there. Okay, block goes up, or the birth gives us the token. We'll throw another land. I think the play here is Yorion. Get a nice big old fatty up in the air. And we will... let's attack for 1. See if we'll get a block. Let's see how desperate they are. Okay. Yorion. Like I said, it was a blocker. I already knew that wasn't happening, in case you were wondering. Just want the blocker. We don't need to blink. Selfless Savior, okay. Throw a 3-drop for me. Get another land already so I can Conquer's Death it. I'm going to Banishing Light maybe, the Hushbringer. I don't know, I could save this for like a Maul the Skyclave, or... Hey, this isn't bothering me. We're going to have a full grip soon enough. We don't have anything to throw that for, like to throw the birth just to throw it. Gain 2 life from that. We'll throw that out. I'm going to get a full grip anyways, and I have a Yorion. So let's just swing. Not with you, with just Yorion. And we'll win the race 4-1. Boom! They're down to 19. We're at 23. We'll pass the turn. Mono white. Oh, hey, what? Red! What are you sneaking into red? Okay, so that's fine, because now we saved the Banishing and the Elspeth. Well, the Elspeth. The Banishing have been waiting. Okay, good for you. You gonna save that, or are you coming at me? You're really coming in, huh? Okay. Okay. Boom. Okay. So, we're going to hold back the... I mean, this is what we're doing. Well, let's see what we draw here. We have 6 land. I could throw the Shark Typhoon and just really start to solidify the game. Like, they can't get through this turn. I can block. They don't have... They have lifelink. They can create a 4-4. I really don't care about that 4-4. I'll just get rid of everything. Yeah, they're going to make 1 4-4 this next turn. I'll kill that if they want. No attacks. I'll kill their speaker. They'll get a 4-4 out of it. Maul of the Skyclaves. Okay, you're gonna get a 4/4 either way. Yeah. Good for you. Yep. Come on in. No blocks. Boom. Smack. Crack. Popple. Yeah, create yourself a 4/4. I know. Feels good, doesn't it? There they go. Midnight Clock's gonna give us another... Check that... What? Hey, why didn't I... Anyways. Let's get ourselves a shark. It's Banishing Light, so too bad Sultai Savior. Let's do that. And let's go ahead and pass turn. No attacks, and turn. I'll just start gumming up the board with sharks if that's what they want to do until I get my Midnight Clock to pop. I'll board wipe the whole dang thing. I'll blink with another Yorion. I'll bring out more sharks. We'll dance the manse. We got this. We got this. Our opponent is putting up the good fight. Ooh, it's got some burst strike. They cannot boast it. Uh-oh, this is, yeah, I can't boast it. We're gonna get to draw a card. Scry 2, draw a card, make it 2/2. You coming at me? Oh. Put out the Omen. Let's see. Saw it coming is not bad. Solemn is not bad. Let's just take them. We're gonna have, yeah. Take them both. Can't really cast this and this. Let's see, wait. If I put this into Foretell, maybe I... Yeah. So... I could just make some more flyers. Let's just keep making flyers. Let's throw that on you. Let's go to next. Attack with Yorion so that it can go to the graveyard. So that I can get it back with Elspeth Conquers Death. Double block, please. Cool. You can keep hushing me. I'm fine with being hushed. Let's get rid of that angel. Next. Oh, you're gonna... Okay. Good call. I needed Yorion dead. No more protection from the pup. I've got a couple of sharks in the air. Did you get your land so you can equip your maul? No, it's another Sultai Savior. There we go. Let's go ahead and test of talents at Bone Crusher. And let's take a look at your hand. Your graveyard. Let's get rid of all these. So, what do we got? This is your hand, huh? Okay. Do I have to go and actually... Oh, because they're creatures now. Yeah, I just get to see the deck. Okay. Some War Slingers, some Bone Crushers. Okay. There we go. I'll take a new hand, please. One new hand, please. Look at all of those cards. Ooh, another Solemn. So, let's throw out a glass casket. Let's get rid of this 4/4. Let's go ahead and throw out a Solemn. Oh, are you out of basics? I should have... Oh, Hushbringer. Don't... Oh my god, I knew that too. I knew with the Yorion, and then I forget with the Solemn. Let's scry. We don't need that against these people. These people? Oof. Let's go ahead and swing with this, 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 and that. All of these little sharkies. Boom, 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 boom. Hit our opponent for what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and they're at 17. So, and they'll probably have drawn the land now. They've been waiting for it long enough. What do you have, like 20 land in your deck? There's a Luminarch Aspirant. Okay. Put on the Hushbringer. Speaker of the Heavens. There we go. Just the exiting creatures entering the battlefield or dying. Ah, dang it. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can make that as big as you want. We're coming in again next turn. Oh, what? Why? What? What am I missing here? No blocks. Why, you just... Okay. Okay. Okay, we get a land. Let's play Birth. Okay. Take the planes. Put the Orion into the hand. And next. Check with everything except you. If they want to block the Solemn, that's fine. I understand that I won't draw a card, but I will take the attack. We're holding up an Omen that gives us 2/1/1s and then a 3/3 in the air. Seems strong. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, there we go. Opponent's at 3. And we'll take our turn. Or let them take their turn. End it. Well, good game, opponent. I don't think you can get out of it. Nope. Good game. OG Thug. Me and you. We're dueling it. Okay, we go first. We have 2 planes, a Birth, a Test of Talents, a Midnight Clock, Sock Coming, and a Wandering Archaic. I hate this hand, but I'm keeping it. That's just all there is to it. It's horrible. It's horrible. They're a Yorion deck too, so I don't think they're coming at us too fast. So it gives us some time. Doomscar is the play. We will go ahead and throw out Birth of Meletus, get ourselves a 3rd white land, and hope and pray that we draw blue. If we draw blue, we can go Midnight Clock. That really helps. Our opponent could Wolf Willow Haven here. Or they'll... Oh, they can't even Omen. It's a Glass Casket, so it's not looking good. Let's go ahead and throw this, and let's throw the Sock Coming into Foretell. Doomscar is probably not coming into play this game, unless they're playing something I'm not sure of. Removal on a 0-4. I guess I'm not a big creature deck as far as they know. Is this true? Keep the board clear. There's their 3rd needed land into the Cultivate. Sultai. Doing what Sultai does. Hopefully we draw land and it's blue so we don't lose to the Shuffler. I want to play some Magic. Well... Guess we're letting our opponents... Another... Each player looks at all 5 cards and may reveal a land card and or... Okay, I'll take both. I need both. I mean, I just gave my opponent the world. We both took land. Okay. Let's put that blue out tapped. Definitely not the way I ever thought I was going to play that card. That's... Oh. We did have nothing else to do. Clean the dust. Okay. I don't know why there. Okay. OG Thug, is this your first time playing the deck? I don't get it. Well, they've got land. That is not something they are worrying about. Okay, so let's throw this out. Let's... If I throw out the Midnight Clock, we can still hold up the Sock Coming. Well, we could have either way, but we definitely are throwing. We're definitely seeing it coming now. There we go, another land. Elspeth's Nightmare. Oh. Resolve. They're going to take the test of talent. That's fine. And then we'll use the... No, I should have... I see what I did wrong there. Son of a gun. I should have countered that. Because then I could have... Yeah. Well... Yeah, they can have it. Resolve. Pish. My turn. So we still have the Salt coming. In case they... Yeah, well... I'm going to keep all of that. We have a land drop. We'll throw out our land drop. We have a Salt coming that they know about. They don't know about. Yeah, they're going to have to take the test. And then they can't do anything else for a minute. I'd rather keep my Omen of the Sea. If they take that, they're not gonna ever cast this ultimatum. There's that. Yep, take a peek, take a peek. Yeah, you might as well take the test. Wow. Okay. Wow. Saw it coming. You have a creature coming? Or a planeswalker? Got me confused. What do you got going on here? What you got, thug? What are you doing? Here comes the Yorion. It can't do any of this. So it's just a blank Yorion at the moment. These are both going to pop before Yorion does anything. Luckily for us, we're only going to lose a birth and a midnight clock for our dance. Oh, they are cycling, huh? Okay. Cycle away. Good, sir. Cycle away. Or ma'am. Good, ma'am. Opponent. Use all of it. You have a few more lands there. Use all of it. Okay. You can have that. Let's an Omen. Omen of the Seas. Okay. The Solemn's decent. The Heliod isn't my favorite thing at the moment, at least against this opponent. Let's go ahead and take that. That'll block that little Tangled Florahedron. For that matter, what else am I going to Glass Casket against this opponent? I mean, why do it now, though? Girardi's is definitely going out as land. And let's go ahead and if I throw this, we're still holding up the counterspell and the test, which is also a counterspell. So let's go ahead and throw that Solemn. Let's take that action. What do I want more of? I think I have plenty of white. Let's grab another blue. Since Yorion's going to need more blue, that way we can throw Yorion and stuff double blues. Next, end the turn. We can now bring Yorion into our hand and cast it in the same turn when we get to that point. So if I want to like bounce, I can bounce a Solemn and the two Omens at the moment. If our opponent throws their Yorion, we may just wipe the board. They know we have a Doomscar, so... Seagate. Restoration. Counter. I don't want them drawing. We still have the test. And if they use a counter spell to counter this, then okay. I need to bring Yorion into my hand and hold up the test so that the turn after that I can blink the Yorion. How much do I have? I have a total of 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can bring this in, foretell this. Okay, great game. Do that. Draw yourself a card. Dance. Dang it, man. There. Okay, so we don't need any of this white. Let's go ahead and put this in a foretell. Let's use this white, and this white, and this blue. Bring that into our hand. And I really don't see wide attack in case. So if they throw Vorinclex, we can block. But we have the counter. I don't see why I do attack. I don't have the game controlled yet. Let's just play like a control player. Be a good control player. Take your time. No point going in. Hold back. We're not winning. They're 26. What, 24? Heartless Act is fine. There's no way in the world you're getting my test of talents off of that. Ooh. Raven's Warning. Somebody's gonna go get an Ugin. Wolf Willow is fine. I'm just gonna let them do everything they want to do until they've run out of stuff to do. And they only can 1, 2, 3. So they can't even cling. Okay. You sacrifice and you bring that out here. You get that puppy out here. Okay, maybe we're gonna get hit for 1. Yep, okay. Got it. Okay, so we got a Fabled Passage. We can throw that. I could just go major board advantage and throw the Yorion and hold up the Test of Talents. If they have a counter spell on the counter, I think we're still in a good spot. So I'm going to throw the Yorion. Oh, okay, cool. Boom, boom. And let's just, let's just... I have a Doomscar, so I don't care. I just don't have... I only have the 1 counter spell anyways. Oh, I sure hope I have basic land left. Oh, okay. Woo! That was going to be bad. Now I can do that, because there's another Yorion in the deck. I should... Yeah, I see it. Next. So, if you're paying attention, you're screaming at... I should have thrown the Gas Casket first, then I blink it too. I killed the Tangled Florahedron. I am smart enough to play this deck, I swear. We have 9 land, so 10 doesn't hurt. The Raven's Warning coming up next also doesn't really hurt. What do we have in our graveyard for the dance? Just the Solemn, so we need kind of get some of that stuff out there anyways. So let's take it. And then this is an... Okay, I don't want that Raven's Warning. Oh, wait, that's the one we were just going to take. I have one here, and I don't think I do. I think I messed... Yeah, I was wrong. Let's take the other land, though. I want to keep grabbing lands. We are a control deck. Land is the thing we want. Go ahead, you can have that. Resolve. You can even blink in Yorion. So I need to start cracking these or losing these so that I can use the dance. We're going to Raven's Warning soon. So I think I'm going to Doomscar into a Raven's Warning. So we have 9, 10 land. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. And that still holds this up plus... Yeah. I think that's the play. You're going to bring in Yorion. Oh, you're going to cling some more, huh? I don't think they can cling anymore. Yeah, that's an empty graveyard. That's... There you go. Keep drawing. I have... You're never throwing an ultimatum. Because when you do, I'm countering it. So I am going to thin the deck. I think we have enough lands. So as soon as they pass, we'll go grab another white. We'll put this on blue. It doesn't really matter. Yorion! Yeah, come on out. Come play. You're going bye-bye with the rest of the board. It's your Omen. Blink your Omen. Come on. Blink it. Blink it. Blink it. You got this. You got this. Pass. Let's crack this real quick. Doesn't matter what we grab. Whatever's on top, I'm grabbing. This one. Boy. Aha. That's the one. This will be blue. How many at the top? How many at the bottom? What you got? What do you got, Thug? Thug is going to do what? One on bottom, one on top. Both on top, both to the bottom. We are looking for an ultimatum that they're... Or maybe a counter spell at this point. Well. I was planning on... wiping the board, but I feel like maybe Elspeth Conquers Death is just a much better thing to do. And I can still Raven's Warning. Yep. And hold up the test. And let's go ahead and just attack for 4. Now we'll start getting aggressive and pass the turn. I think they're either looking for their ultimatum or a counter spell to throw the ultimatum and then counter the test. So, well, they don't have it yet because they are sacrificed. I mean, they can't draw, so they're scrying. One at the top, one at the bottom. That's good for them, not for us. Shadows of Verdict does not bother me in the slightest. This is a flying creature, and this is whenever a creature with flying deals combat damage to an opponent. So I don't need to save that 1/1 for this trigger. I don't know if they thought we were going to, or if they're just trying to put a bunch of cards in here so that they can do the... Oh, and then a gate! I think we just got this game sealed up. Let's go a Banishing Light. I don't see why to not keep it, just in case they throw something. Still no need to dance to the mats. Let's swing and see their card. I would like to see, please. End turn. You're never casting it. I'm gonna start cracking these omens at the end of turn, getting this this Dance the Mance ready. These are both going to expire this next turn, so I can bring out the Solemn. I'm not gonna, because I want to bring the Solemn back out off of the dance, because I have enough to do the dance and still hold up the counterspell again. So let's activate you. It's a. I'll take one land and then a negate. I'll take both. So I'm cracking this just to crack it. Done. Yep. Let's. Oh, I don't even have a choice. Okay, it's not a May. Well, that's happening. Let's take this action and grab a. We have a blue in our hand, and let's take this action and let's go get the Ugin. They can stop. Shark Typhoon, I think, just kind of takes over the game, maybe. Or Dream Trawler. How do they... I don't think they can even touch a Dream Trawler. It's always Ugin. It's always Ugin. What am I thinking? Ugin, and then what do I got in here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And they already used a board wipe. So if I do this for 6, that leaves me plenty of mana left. So let's dance for 6. Pay 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I auto pay, it will leave me open the one blue there, one blue there. Okay, I'm fine with that. Boom! Let's get me a little birdie. Let's do some scrying. Okay. I'm not using either of these on that. I definitely want my Ugin. Thank you. A Midnight Clock. Yeah, I don't think I need this land now. I'll take the Midnight Clock. And I can throw the Midnight Clock and still hold... Well, in case they get a counterspell. Nope, we need to pass the turn after attacking. If they draw a counterspell, they can ultimatum counter. I need to be able to test negate. So, we do not want to lose the game getting too aggressive, because we have the game won next turn now. Okay, you can have that. I'll Banishing like that next turn. You can have that. I don't even need to throw the Ugin, I don't think. I have 13 mana. I can Ugin and do any, but... Good game. Woo! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Azorius Control. The games are a little bit longer than, you know, a mid-range or rush deck, but you get the job done. A very decent win rate with the deck. I'm super happy with it. Has a couple of newer cards in it that are really powerful, and I think really just kind of helped this deck do what it needed to do. Blue-white or Azorius had a little bit something missing. It just wasn't working at the moment. I think we might have gotten it with just a few small changes. So the only change I'm going to make to this before I take it back out, besides I wish I would make it 80. I just can't cut it down to 80. I probably could. But what I'm going to do is I really want this Revel in Silence to work. But in most games, it just really didn't do what I wanted it to, and the main reason I even wanted it was against things like Ultimatum. So when they cast the Ultimatum in response on the stack, you cast this, and if they can't counter this, once this resolves, they go get the 3 cards from Ultimatum. Doesn't matter what you pick, because even though they're free, they cannot cast them now. But that only handles that Ultimatum. What handles multiple Ultimatums is if I take one of those out and I bring in one more Test of Talents. Now, the only reason I hesitate in putting more Tested Talents in the deck is because it's dead against, I don't know, mono white. I don't know if mono white, unless you catch a giant killer or you catch a, I don't think they have an actual, you know, just sorcery or instant in mono white life gain, I should say. Not the new super fast magecraft clever luminancer one. That one's got a few of them in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and make that small change for now. I think that's all the deck really needs. I took out one Strixhaven card for another Strixhaven card, so it's still, I think, was needed. You know, Strixhaven was needed to make Azorius work, and that is what we have done. So I hope you like this deck a whole lot. If you do, please thumbs up the video. Leave us a comment down below, especially if you would like a chance to enter the raffle for a free Strixhaven set booster box, which all of the information on how to be eligible for that is down in the description. Subscribe to the channel, completely free, and it really means a whole lot to me and Will over here. It really helps support the channel. So thank you everyone who subscribed so far. I can't wait for all of our new subscribers, and as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.